East Correspondent for the Jewish News Syndicate, Josh Hasten. Thanks for being here, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
So what more can you tell us, if anything, about the suspected terror attack? It seems like this is going to be a reality, at least for the foreseeable future, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't the first attack that we've experienced in recent days. From what I understand, an Arab with Israeli citizenship from a town in the center of the country rammed his truck into a group of people who are just getting off a bus. This is Sunday morning here in Israel, but it's a work day, so people are going to work, soldiers going back to their bases, and there was a group of elderly people who were on a group trip. They got off their bus, and he rammed into about 30, 40 people, 6 seriously injured, and unfortunately one of those wounded has succumbed to his wounds. So a very, very difficult day here. At the same time, we know that a whole bunch of soldiers, unfortunately, have fallen both in Lebanon and in northern Gaza over the last 72 hours. This in the midst of everything going on with Israel's retaliatory strike against Iran.
Oh, just so sad to see that turn fatal. I'm sorry to hear that news. Josh, while Trump was campaigning in Michigan, he received a major endorsement from a group of the state's Muslim leaders. Let's watch.
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war. We are supporting Donald Trump because he promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine.
So what do you make of this endorsement, and how significant do you think this is?
Well, I think it's very significant, especially in swing states, including Michigan and some of the other states. Listen, these Muslims who are making these comments, they understand what a lot of people here in the Middle East understand. Unfortunately, a lot of people in America don't understand that we are in a region here that respects power, respects strength. And these Muslims see Donald Trump as somebody who is strong, somebody who can bring peace. We saw the Abraham Accords between Israel, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates. These flourished thanks to Donald Trump when he was the president. So they see the benefits of what Donald Trump can bring to the table. They saw it from his last presidency, and they're hopeful that he's going to win here in 2024.
Does this in any way threaten his position with Jews in America and with Israel in general when it comes to his support for Benjamin Netanyahu?
No, I don't think so. You know, you have many Muslims who understand the realities of the situation. They understand that Iran is causing turmoil in the Middle East. Iran is the head of the octopus. Everything going on now in the state of Israel, all the 7 fronts which Israel's up against, this is a result of Iran and that regime there. So you do have a lot of Muslims, especially of the Sunni variety, who want to see Iran defeated. They want to see Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of the state of Israel, strengthened, and they want to see a strong president in Washington. And that goes especially for the Saudis. The Saudis are willing, we know, to normalize relations with Israel, join part of the Abraham Accords. But that can only happen under a strong leadership in Washington. And that's what President Trump brings to the table. And that's what these Muslims over there understand.
We know Israel's military is, of course, prepared to do whatever it takes to protect the Jewish state and its people. The latest attack was the largest air assault in Israel's history, involving more than 100 aircraft and reaching more than 2,000 kilometers of territory. These were precision attacks against military targets, one of them a munitions factory, I believe, and they did not attack Iran's nuclear sites or oil facilities. How prominent was this attack from Israel, and how much is Iran's capabilities of producing more missiles now compromised?
Yeah, from what I understand, just from a few minutes ago, actually, Israel did a tremendous job in paralyzing the ballistic missiles program of Iran. They also hit a factory there which produced drones. They also took out, also very important, some of the major air defense systems that Iran has. So this is just a prelude, if you will, to a potential greater attack, a stronger attack by the state of Israel, which eventually, I believe, would target Iran's nuclear program, their nuclear capabilities, and their oil fields, which they didn't do this time. I think Iran has got the message loud and clear. They may try to respond. It's very, very possible. They've already attacked Israel twice, once in April and once just a few weeks ago. But Israel is showing Iran and all of their terror proxies, from Hezbollah to Hamas to the Houthis, that there is not any place in the entire Middle East that Israel can't reach. You mentioned this is over 1,200 miles, 1,500 miles away from the state of Israel, with 100 planes, and thank God all of the pilots returned successfully. targeted, pinpointed strikes. It shows you what the capabilities are of the Israel Defense Forces and the Israel Air Force. And this is just the beginning. If necessary, Israel will go at it alone. Iran cannot go nuclear. That is absolutely unacceptable, both for the security of the state of Israel. It will pose an existential threat to Israel and to the entire Western world. Let's remember, Iran views Israel as the little Satan, and they view the United States as the great Satan. So it's a threat to the entire world, and Israel's here on the front lines.
All right, Middle East correspondent for the Jewish News Syndicate, Josh Hasten, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
And coming up, clash of the